Drift adjustment formula for single hook with through line. Although most hand rod fishing methods now use double hooks, single hooks were the mainstream in the past. This is because traditional fishing almost exclusively used single hooks, which offer many advantages. They reduce the risk of snagging on the bottom. Traditional anglers believe complex underwater environments are more likely to be fish nests. Single hooks also make it easier to tease fish, whereas double hooks with two baits complicate this technique. Suspended sinker fishing has only been popular in the last 20 years or so. Its defining feature lies in drift adjustment, where the suspended lead weight creates countless combinations of sensitivity and sluggishness, making drift adjustment relatively complex. However, as fishing techniques have evolved, some anglers have noticed drawbacks with double hooks. While double hooks, with two baits, can occasionally catch two fish at once and keep luring fish with multiple baits on the bottom, this seems only effective for crucian carp or small fish. It differs when targeting large fish, as waiting for big fish typically relies on heavy chumming, and extra baits add no luring value. Additionally, landing big fish with double hooks risks bridging, one hook in the fish's mouth and the other on its body, causing uneven tension on the two leaders and disabling the rod's elasticity, often leading to line breaks. Wild big fish have another trait: they are mostly timid. Thick lines obstruct their mouths, making them hesitant to feed. You might wait all day without a bite. Thin lines improve bite detection but risk breaking when facing oversized fish. This dilemma led anglers to switch to single hooks for targeting big fish, known as the single hook through line setup. A key feature is the absence of knots on the main line, as knots reduce line strength by about 30%. Knot-free setups can use slightly thinner lines for better bite sensitivity, with strength matching thicker lines. Double hook setups often break at the leader or swivel ends. Single hook through line setups eliminate both swivels and leaders. How to adjust the drift for a single hook? If you can adjust for double hooks, single hook adjustment is easier. You only need to consider one bait's weight and one hook's weight, and double hook formulas apply. For floating fishing, fishing depth, eyes, equals adjusted depth, eyes, single bait weight. For example, if you adjust to 8 eyes in mid-water and the float shows 2 eyes after adding bait, 2 eyes is your floating fishing depth. To tell when the setup hits the bottom, in floating mode, gravity and buoyancy balance for stability. Lift the float seat to find the bottom. When the fishing depth exceeds 2 eyes, the bottom is supporting the setup, reducing tension on the float and increasing the eye count, indicating you've found the bottom. To understand the underwater state, you need to know the hook's weight. Instead of removing the hook, impractical for through-line setups, hang an identical hook on the lead and compare the eye count with and without it. Suppose the hook weighs 2 eyes. Note: large, thick hooks for big fish usually weigh more than 2 eyes. If adjusted to 8 eyes in mid-water with a 2-eye hook, fishing at 10 eyes means the hook lies fully on the bottom with slack line. Between 2+ eyes and 10 eyes, the hook transitions from touching the bottom to lying fully flat. For fishing with the lead on the bottom, set the fishing depth above 10 eyes. Adjust the lead seat downward to shorten the line, aiding signal transmission. Stay tuned, save, and like daily updates on time. Thanks, fellow anglers. Author profile: I'm a fishing enthusiast and sharing focused content creator. Follow me to exchange tips and discuss all things wild fishing. Like, save, and follow to never miss updates.